Hey everybody, I had a video I wanted to make really quick on and I think I've touched on this topic before, but I had some good examples. So I love the idea of making more unusual yarns, more unusual yarns that are also, would be easier to knit or crochet with, because weaving obviously, but that are kind of flexible enough, because I love the idea of like the more artsy, cool textured yarns. But I mean, I'm a knitter, a crocheter, so like if I can't, if not, what else am I going to do with it? So I had these really cool braids, and unfortunately they are all gone between either me spinning them or people buying them, but you can find them at actually where they originally came from. My friend Ashley Martineau's website, Nuvo, which is spelled more like her last name, Neauveau. So I will try to put a link in the bio, but she had these really cool textured braids, and obviously they are different looking than your usual braids. So if you'd never, especially if you're not really like a bat spinner, I could see how if you got one of these, even if, obviously they're gorgeous, you might not really know what to do with them. And like I said, this one is mine. I'm spinning it. So, like I said, I don't have any more of these left, but you can find them on her website. Maybe different colorways. But I had spun these same types of braids two different ways. I have a 2-ply and a single ply, so let me show them to you. So this is a single ply that you can see is exactly the same colors seen here, and this is my single ply, and that's a little fuzzy end, so ignore that. That's where I tied it off. But you can see it's very much, it's like a worsted weight, and it's very well behaved, and it's just a single ply. Sorry, I can never figure out the camera's like opposite of what my real life is, so I am never good at where to move the yarn to. But there we go, I'll just hold it very still. I love how this turned out, and you can see it is that slightly thick and thin. I think, this would be very easy to knit from. You can see it's very squishy and pliable, and, it's not, looking at this, you'd be like, man, that's going to be really stiff and textured, and how would you spin that? But, I loved that you can see the before and after, because this is exactly what I made this yarn from. And then my second one, and it's the same fiber, so the braid looked the same, they were just different colors, is a 2-ply, and I love how this one turned out too. So I spun this one in 2 different halves. So the singles for this one, I spun exactly the same way as this, sort of a semi-woolen style. And then I plied them together, and they ended up like this, and I just absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite types of yarn. Like here, this one wants to unwind itself, so I will show you. It is, as you see, it has lovely drape. It is definitely not stiff, and while it is not, going to be like cotton ball merino wool soft, it's not supposed to be. It's primitive wool, and I'll show you more on the wools, but you can definitely see it. It's very soft. I would make a cowl out of this in a heartbeat. I think it would be a lovely cowl, and that may end up being what this particular skein becomes. But I just wanted you to see how pliable it is and how well behaved it can be, even if it starts out as more of a textured looking braid. So I do have little video clips I will go to here from when I was spinning this, and they're, just some clips I'll put together, maybe with a little voiceover. So I just wanted you to see how well behaved and beautiful the yarn is. The way I did this, and you'll see in the little video clips, is I unbraided this just like you would a normal braid. So it's kind of like pieced rovings. So I unbraided it, and then I pulled the wool into sections. So you have she's got like these locks that are kind of tucked in. So I put my locks in a pile. And then this natural silver wool. So then I kind of put that alongside the watercolored dyed, I think it was churro wool. I'd have to go back and look at the tag. But it's really fun. And you can see, you want to see the draft on it. It's got a very nice draft. So anyhow, I pulled that into sections and then set them next to me, and you'll see in the spinning part of this, I literally just kind of marbled the wools together. So that's what I call it when I kind of, as I'm spinning, I'm switching from like one kind of fiber supply to another, and then hand adding in some of these locks. That is, like I said, kind of the term I've used with it in all of my videos, as well as I think that gets touched on I know in the Dream Yarn course on my site, as well as I think the Art Yarn course. Is we're talking about marbling the different textures together. So if you'd like to know more on like spinning techniques, like I said, I do have some very affordable online education besides all the free content on my YouTube channel you can find on my website. So go check out feralscene.com/courses and you can see more on that there for different spinning techniques. But now let me show you my little videos on how just spinning. It was the sister braid of this one into these yarns. So stay tuned. Here you can see where I'd pulled these braids into sections, and then from the sections I spun just kind of a semi woolen style singles. You can see the little fluffy parts that I left in there for texture, but they're definitely still very pliable. So you can see how I have marbled kind of the two different textures together by holding them next to each other like you see in this picture, and then letting the twist run into the fibers. This is one of my singles. So there you see it's definitely still textured with all the different colors, and then the locks are still visible. So this is a shot of the wool next to the singles. And then this was 2-plying, and you can see on my Echo spinning wheel. And so I just did a simple 2-ply together, nothing fancy here. And there it comes off the top. Like I said, that's my SpinOlution Echo spinning wheel that I just love. And so there's another great 2-ply shot. And here's a quick little video of the, flyer head in action. That's always a fun shot. I just love how these yarns turned out. So here is the 2-ply still on the bobbin.